Hello and welcome, scholars, to Week 5 of POL 493, Principles of Public Administration. I hope that we had a successful Week 4. I hope that we've all had a nice, safe, and sound Super Bowl, and that we're all ready to tackle Week 5. Last week might have been a little bit of a lull in regards to assignments, but this week we're really going to ramp things up and really for the rest of this course as we start bringing all of our thoughts and content together, and we really start putting all those thoughts together in a handful of assignments that we're going to have due over the next few weeks. So like we have in the past, we are going to review what the standards are and what we're looking for in Week 5, and hopefully answer any questions that any of us might have in regards to what's expected of Week 5 and as we move forward in the weeks to come. So if we look at our assigned reading this week. We only have a single chapter that we're going to be focusing on this week, and it's going to be Chapter 9, Leadership and Management in the Public Sector. We have an audio file this week that's going to correspond as it has in the past with our PowerPoint. And as you can see here, we only have the one file this week, so it's a little bit easier. Once again, that's going to be Dr. Ahumada is going to be narrating our PowerPoint, our narrated lecture, and we have that single file. And that's all going to correspond with a Week 5 PowerPoint, and we're going to be focusing on pay and job satisfaction this week. So let's make sure that we can kind of see the connection between that and our readings. And I think Dr. Ahmad is going to paint some very good pictures for you that you can really understand the importance of when it comes to job and pay with retention and human capital. Those are a couple key words that we refer to often in the public sector. But let's focus on the key concepts this week, or the key, especially these things that we're going to have that are going to be due this week. And let's make sure that we're all exactly on the same page. So this week we have due on Week 5, Day 7. So as we all should know by this point, Day 7, that is Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Now I'm just gonna make that. This is going to be our just for clarification, if anybody wasn't sure, which I can't imagine at this point, remember everything in OPS for this course is going to be due by the Sunday at 11:59. So I'm not saying that I've been lenient, but there has been some excuses for not getting your homework assignment in on time in the weeks previous. We're going to use a few of those as learning examples. And we're going to be much more strict this week. That everything I need to have in by Day 7. Now I know that there's the emergencies, there is the health conditions, are these circumstances that come up, but the only way that we're going to accept anything after that date is, one, if it is a legitimate emergency, and two is if you contact me prior to Sunday at 11:59. After Sunday, Monday at midnight, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that is too late for this. So let's and understand that these assignments, as we move forward, the point values of these are to become a little bit higher and a little more critical that we get these in if we expect to be successful in this course and get a passing grade. But I understand that all of you are scholarly students at this point, and you understand the importance of time management and being diligent in your studies, so I don't expect there to be any problems, that's for certain. But we look at this week and we have our students are to research their pillar paper topic and compose a scholarly abstract of their paper. So we have two things that we're going to be focusing on, or we can break down to this. Pillar paper topic. If we look at that first portion of there, remember all of you by this point should have some sort of pillar topic that you want to revolve around, and that's all working off this Week 8 assignment. And if we look here, the topic of the paper is to be centered around a current event within the last 6 months in public administration. Written work is to incorporate elements of lecture and reading materials, as well as clear connection to at least two pillars. And by this point, we should know and be fluent in our efficiency, effectiveness, accountability, legitimacy, equity, and fairness, and representation. Paper should present the issues related to the pillars and one's commentary on how the current event may or may not have ethical consideration in regards to public administration norms, conduct, or expectation as it relates to course content. So this is going to be an abstract for that pillar of paper that we're going to be working on. So I hope that you have a topic by this point. If you are having troubles with the topic, once again, just feel free to email me. We can discuss. We can maybe narrow down. If you have if you're one of those type of people that just likes a little reassurance that before you put a lot of effort in, let me make sure that this topic works. I'm all for that. To let you know, I like hearing what your thoughts on public administration and your concepts of the pillars are. Remember, although they are grounded, although they are the foundation, they are up to interpretation to an extent of what exactly what constitutes accountability, what necessarily constitutes an efficient and effective organization. So if you feel that it fits into that realm, I look forward to hearing your commentary and the discussion and the debate and your perception on that. So if you have a pillar paper topic and you want some reassurance that it's the correct topic, by all means, give me an email. But just to let you know, I enjoy your thoughts. I enjoy your interpretation. So just as long as it's a specific topic, I'm looking forward to hearing that. So we have that pillar paper topic this week, and then we have a scholarly abstract. So I hope that all of you have wrote an abstract in the past, and if not, I have given you a couple of examples under this abstract. So the first is all of our writing is going to be in APA format. So for some of you that might have issues or not a complete understanding, I attached the Purdue OWL APA sample, and that's a complete sample of an entire APA format for a scholarly paper. So that's going to be everything from headers to font size to font to the requirements for an abstract, the word count, to how to reference and how to cite. So if you're not familiar with the Purdue OWL, it's not the only site out there, but it's probably the most comprehensive. It's one that I think a lot of us rely on when we have questions or misunderstandings of exactly how to cite or to format. So I've given you the entire APA guidelines, and if you need additional information on this, not only do we have tutoring online, but we also have just to visit that site, the Purdue OWL site, and there's definitely a wealth of knowledge on APA so that we're all on the same page. And then the first link I have up here is I have nothing more than a APA formatted abstract. It's just a quick little example. It shows you just a real concise 150 word, 250 word abstract with the format, and that's all we're looking for this week is a scholarly abstract on your pillar paper. So I have those two examples for you, so there shouldn't be any misunderstanding. We should all be writing at that APA format at that collegiate level that we're all looking for. So you have the APA standard and an example, so we should be all on the same page. If we look at our paper topic and abstract, 50 points, upload your topic here, browse my computer and attach that file and submit. So maybe a little bit different than we have in the past, like I've discussed how I didn't want you to attach a file for discussion boards. That is perfectly all right in all of your written assignments, obviously. I just want you to attach those discussion boards so it's easier for the people to read. We have a quiz this week, and that's going to be covering Chapter 9 and the lecture. Once again, that is going to be due by Sunday at 11:59 as well. And in final assignment we have this week is our discussion number 3. Intrinsic and extrinsic rewards of public sector. Discussion thread should be a minimum of 1,000 words and have response to at least 2 classmates post. And the question we're asking is, what are the challenges of intrinsic and extrinsic rewards in public sector, and how could new topics of extrinsic rewards be implemented in the future? If these new words are new to you, the intrinsic or extrinsic reward system, we know that in new public administration and in new org theory and organizational management, we understand that a lot of us aren't just worried about pay and benefits. We want a rewarding career. The concept of the carrot and stick If you haven't heard that, that is where we dangle the carrot in front of the donkey. And the concept is if you dangle something in front of it, it will chase after it. And the stick is if it isn't following after, you're going to hit the donkey to make it move. That antiquated theory we don't really feel works anymore. That's just based upon pure intrinsic, and we think of much more in this extrinsic world. So, working conditions, additional benefits, uh, nurturing environments, all these things that we can offer as rewards as we move forward. And so, I want to hear from you. What are the challenges of the old school, and what new types of extrinsic rewards are there? And obviously, examples of both in your past would be great, and I'd love to read about them. And especially if you work in some sort of organization that is utilizing more extrinsic reward opportunities, I would really like to hear that. And what's your take on that? If you're strictly there for a paycheck, or if you feel that you can motivate your workforce and be a more productive workforce if we can have creative forms of rewards. So I'm looking forward to that. Remember, week 5 by midnight, 1,000 words and 2 classmates. Your discussion board submittal and 2 responses in order to get the full credit. We need all 3 if we would call those 3 parts. 1 submittal and 2 responses by midnight. I guess we can say 11:59. So there we have it. Week 5, abstract, quiz, and discussion board. Once again, if you have any questions at all, feel free to send me an email. No surprises. By this point, we should be a well-oiled machine that's moving towards the week through the week and focusing on those major assignments. You can see how things should be all coming together. But once again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll be praying for you this week, and best of luck. And I honestly look forward to reading, especially some of your abstracts. And I'm really excited about this discussion board 3. This is a very forward-thinking concept in public admin, and I really look forward to reading your discussion. So the best of luck this week. God bless, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.